Okay, this is going to be a little video about Salal. You can hear I'm not too far from the road. Part of the reason I'm making it out here is because I saw really good plants that the berries were like ready to eat. They were a dark blue and all that on the roadside, but out in the woods, as you can see, they got a little bit more competition. They do better along the trails, the Salal. And once you can identify it, you have a pretty darn good idea what to expect. It's supposed to be part of the wintergreen family. It's got alternating leaves, and the leaves are quite leathery, kind of like that wintergreen leaf. I tasted a leaf. It's not much taste to it. It's supposed to be medicinal for inflammation of most of the internal organs that relate to digestion. So this is mid-July and we're catching the deep woods berries still developing. They're struggling because they're in the deep woods. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that they are natural to Washington, but I'm not sure. You can even see it's such a late stage that this flower is right there. And you know, I think what's prevalent for Washington wildlife are these down-hanging flowers. Because it rains so darn much, the ones that face upward don't stand much of a chance of passing on nectar. The ones that face downward have a better chance, just to avoid all that water. But then you need a special kind of insect to get in there for that. So that's just my take on it. As much as it rains, you're gonna have more downward facing flowers. And what's weird to me is they got a sticky feel to them. Okay, the leaves are leathery, the berries are sticky. I don't recall what it felt like when I was playing with the ones alongside that road. They were just juicy, and I first thought they were blueberries, but I was corrected on a discussion on the Craigslist discussion forum in the gardening section. As you can see, there's like a star pattern on the bottom, and that pervades right into their berry stage. They have that. That's what threw me off about the blueberries. I was like, wow, are these blueberries? And I look at the bottom and they have that star pattern. So they're blueberries with the star pattern. Apparently, the natives mix these with Oregon grapes. I tasted the Oregon grapes, and yes, they are not very good. But when I tasted this berry yesterday, when it was dark blue, it had no taste. So I don't know, like, if there's better kinds. But people mix these Salal berries with Oregon grape berries. So that makes a lot of sense. I mean, Oregon grape berries aren't very tasty by themselves. But yeah, it's a unique plant, and it's there's a lot of it in the right places. You could look and not find any in many parts. I just happened to wander around to this abandoned property and went into the woods, and here they are. An edible leaf. Yeah, I just chewed on one. I mean, it shouldn't kill me from what I read. Just got to make sure I pick the right one. Okay, these berries are looking a little bit better, a little further along. A little more dry, slight stickiness to the touch, but they'll turn into a dark bluish color and then become edible. There's a lot of Salal. This whole field is covered with Salal, a little edible medicinal plant that provides berries. Guess you could say in the woods, these should be ready by late July or so. But along trails where they're tended to a little bit better, they're already ready to eat.